numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. Here we go, here we go.
On first down, it's done. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Dillon. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Just like that, just like that. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run on 1st down. Dunn. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A lot of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check 43.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't going nowhere.
Here's Goff. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cut. 120. You don't want to pick up the ball. Slam.
On 1st down, Bowser, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on first down. It's done. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On first down. Done. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They can't hang with us. He's coming. Double up.
Now a give right side. It's done. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
12. Get ready.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike, here we go. 180. Watch the run. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run on first down. Bowser, and he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 31, Goff. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
58, right over there, right over there.
On first down, Dunn fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Gall. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
21. Bravo.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Garoppolo, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go, here we go.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 24, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
3rd and 2, Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cut. 180. Hey, kill.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Big
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again they run with Gurley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
In your face.
Goff now to throw. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Throwing right, and that's complete. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. To throw is Garoppolo. Being chased out left. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run on first down. It's done. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80! 54. I got you, son.
Garoppolo now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Check 24, check 24. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check me out. Switch. 6 guard, check 6 guard.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is gone. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Goff. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Bears on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 39, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Goff now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they